Namaste and welcome to a piece of my learning. There is a lot to learn from everything around us. I like to share with everyone what I learned from the stories I listened to, movies I watched, or the content I consume. Let me share with you all a beautiful story which I heard recently. Once upon a time, there lived a hunter who explored different terrains searching for exotic animals and birds. During one of his excursions, he manages to capture a rare bird. To the hunter's astonishment, the bird is not just rare but a magical as well, who is gifted with the ability to speak. The bird says, "Oh great hunter, I admire your capturing skills. But please let me go. I have 3 pieces of wisdom which I will grant you if you would release me." The hunter ponders for a while and then decides to release the bird. The hunter says, "I will release you, but how can I trust you? What if you just fly away? Will you give me these pieces of wisdom as soon as I release you?" The bird says, "Once you release me, I will give you the first piece of it. Once I reach the branch of the tree, I will give you the second piece. And when I reach the top of the tree, I will give you the final piece of wisdom. That way, I can ensure my safety while delivering my part. It's a win-win situation." The hunter agrees to the terms and releases the bird. Immediately after coming out of the cage, the bird says in his voice of wisdom, "You must never dwell in the past. You should never stress about or regret anything from the past. You must live in the present, learn from your mistakes, and move on." The hunter acknowledges this wisdom. As soon as the bird reaches the tree nearby, it says, "Secondly, you must never believe anything that goes against your common sense unless you have first-hand proof of it." The hunter acknowledges again. The bird finally reaches the top of the tree. The hunter asks, "So what is the final piece of wisdom?" The wise bird decides to test the hunter at this point. The bird says, "Oh great fool, you know what? I had 2 very rare gems that bear a lot of monetary value inside of me. I could have given them to you if you would have taken me hostage." The hunter hears this and immediately starts regretting his decision to release the bird. He curses himself out loud, saying, "What have I done? I am such a fool. If only I had not released the bird, I would have been a rich person now. I have missed the single greatest opportunity of my life." Laughing at this, the bird says, "Huh, I was just testing you. Before I gave you my final piece of wisdom, I wanted to check something. I granted you 2 pieces of wisdom just now. Were you even listening to them properly? Firstly, I told you to never regret the acts of the past. Learn from it and move on. But as soon as I told you that I had 2 gems inside of me, you immediately regretted releasing me. You started cursing yourself and blaming yourself for a decision you took after thinking carefully. Secondly, I told you to not believe in something that goes against a common logic unless you have first-hand proof. Do you even know if I have 2 pieces of gems inside of me? Does it even make sense that I can hold 2 such gems inside? No matter who says what, unless you see it first, never believe in it. I am grateful that you decided to release me, so I am giving you this final piece of wisdom. Till the time you do not implement the things you know, there is no point in knowing what you don't know." When I heard this story, I had my own set of realizations. Often, I would stress about my past decisions and regret a few of them. But I realized that I need to live in my present. I can only learn from my past and not repeat those mistakes as I move ahead in my life. Secondly, in this new information age, a lot of news is floating around. Some are true, most of them are created to sell. I must not believe in anything and everything I come across unless I have first hand proof. The last piece of wisdom was eye opening for me. A couple of years back, I was constantly looking for a new piece of wisdom without really implementing what I already knew. Knowledge becomes wisdom when it is paired with execution and experiences. So, this was my biggest learning. These were my realizations, but I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Thank you.